Hej og velkommen til Gaming, der i den her uge bringer rigtig dårligt nyt til alle de folk, der har glædet sig til at holde jul med deres familiemedlemmer, der spiller World of Warcraft. For World of Warcraft Catalysms første trailer er her. Men derudover kan du se trailers fra Vanquish, Medal of Honor, og så har vi interviews med blandt andet udviklerne af Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, DJ Hero 2, Tron og Dead Space 2. Men allerførst den spritnye trailer for den kommende World of Warcraft udvidelse.
Pain. Agony. My hatred burns through the cavernous deeps.
Ud fra de oplysninger, vi har her på Gaming, er Catalysm den største udvidelse af de 3 udvidelser, der til nu har været til Blizzards populære MMO, World of Warcraft. Og nu over til noget helt andet. Vi skal over til Medal of Honor, som du så en hel masse til i sidste uges udsendelse af Gaming. Den her gang skal vi se lidt nærmere på multiplayer-delen. Electronic Arts har meldt ud, at der indtil videre er solgt ikke mindre end 1,5 millioner eksemplarer til sammen i Europa, Nordamerika og Asien af den nye installation af Medal of Honor. Og det er endda på trods af, at det her på Pixel TV kun fik 4 ud af 6 terningkast. EA har desuden valgt at fejre det pæne salgstal ved at give den første downloadable package, altså DLC-pakken, gratis for de spillere, der har registreret sig i spillets online pass. Medal of Honor er ude til Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 og til PC. Og så til en af den her uges helt store udgivelser, nemlig Vanquish.
The American government has been betrayed by one of its own.
We will speak again after your unconditional surrender.
We will be victorious.
This the toy you've been working on? You did get some training in this thing, right? You know what must be done.
Your new friends don't seem too fond of you.
Som det fremgår af traileren er Vanquish historien om en strid mellem USA og Rusland om jordens resterende ressourcer. De første anmeldelser af spillet, som kommer fra udlandet, får Vanquish utrolig pæne ord med på vejen.
Vi har lige så spillet Dead Space 2 lidt mere. Fantastisk spil, lader det til at være. Utrolig meget Zero Gravity. Og hvorfor det er, det kan vi prøve at høre Sharif om. So Sharif,
yes.
Dead Space 2.
Yes.
In the old game there was the Zero G element.
Yes.
Now it's been a lot bigger.
Yes.
Why?
Well, one of the things we looked at when we were looking at evaluating all of our mechanics from Dead Space 1 and how we wanted to improve them for Dead Space 2, one of the biggest one that kind of stood out was Zero G, because it worked great in Dead Space 1, but we really felt that, how can we give players more control in the Zero G environment? How can we make them feel like they're really out in space and simulate, that really cool vibe? And so, we worked with our engineers and our designers, and we were trying to figure out how to do this, and we came up with this whole new 360-degree movement in Zero G. And so I think it's one of the biggest improvements and enhancements that we have from Dead Space 1 to Dead Space 2, because as you saw earlier in the demo, you're actually able to move around in full 360-degree movement. You can take off, land, just have full control, and really opens up navigation and combat to the user, and really kind of sets up all different ways that we have to really showcase that, and we've designed the game with that in mind. So if you'll see, the environments are much larger, the enemies have different behaviors, and it's something that we're really excited about.
Story-wise, in this game, do you need to play the first game to understand the story in this game?
No, not at all. I mean, people are definitely fans of the fiction, and I think there's a lot of people out there that like to know every little piece about it. I know that's how I feel when I play games that I care about the story with, and which I hope people will with Dead Space 2. But you could definitely jump in and play Dead Space 2 and get a good understanding of what the story is about, and we feel that the story stands on its own and will be definitely something that people can understand and comprehend and fully get. So.
Is he alive?
Isaac Clarke. I'm going to show you some images, and I want you to tell me about them.
It was just a short bit.
In the last game, his suit looked like a diving suit from the 60s, and he had his health bar in the back with no chance of seeing it himself. Same in this game?
Well, the rig is in the same position. I mean, that's one of our big things, is definitely to, have our HUD-less UI, and we want to maintain that vibe, and everything is in the game space, and you have your stasis and your health meter and oxygen, and all of that is contained within the suit. What you will notice is there's a lot more suit variants. We've showed off a few here. There might be a few more surprises, but I think people will be very happy with the suit variety that we have in the game, and there's going to definitely be abilities to kind of choose what you like to do.
How big is the puzzle element in this game?
Well, puzzle element is definitely a critical part of Dead Space 2. I mean, I think that, we're still action horror. We want to maintain, it's an action game, action survival horror game, and combat is always at the heart of Dead Space, but puzzles, kind of change the variety of what we're kind of do when it comes to the combat setups, give us different pacing. So there's been a lot of thought and effort put into making our puzzles, putting them in the right space at the right time. You don't want to just have them in there for nothing. They all have meaning, they all are fun to play, and we're very focused on making sure that those come across and using them in the right situation.
When will people be able to play Dead Space 2?
In January 2011.
I've learned my tomorrow, and I stand inside today at the edge of the future, and my dreams all fade away.
Det er blevet talt rigtig meget om fra vores kære brugere, og bare lige for at afklare det, det er ikke Assassin's Creed 3, det kommer måske i den nære fremtid. Det er der ikke nogen, der ved. Det er et spil for sig selv, som måske burde være en downloadable content. Lad os prøve at høre det. Vincent, we talked at E3 about the game and what it was all about. Now we're getting closer and closer to release. How do you feel to be almost done?
Well, personally, it feels good. Also feels good when you know that you're close to shipping something that's going to be good. as a developer. I mean, so we know that the shipping date is coming, and all the stuff is now in the game. It's all developed now. It's just a matter of balancing, tweaking the difficulty, and just polishing, removing all the bugs and stuff like that. So it feels good.
What do you feel justifies this game to be a full game in itself and not downloadable content for Assassin's Creed 2?
Right, that's a good question. Well, there's many reasons. First of all, we felt that we weren't done with Ezio Auditore. He's a really strong and interesting character. We were left with kind of a cliffhanger at the end of AC2. That was done on purpose, actually. So now we want to finish that story, tell more about it. Also, since this is an Assassin's Creed game, we'll be showing and playing a lot of the present side of the universe, so Desmond Miles and all of that. So, this is one of the reasons. And then the team wanted, the team is just motivated about working on that franchise. So we had a lot of ideas that were unexploited or unexplored. So we wanted to take the opportunity to do this in an existing environment, in an existing setting, so that we can concentrate on just gameplay, balancing, making cool missions and stuff like that. So it just made sense to do it. And then, of course, we were playing with the idea of having a multiplayer in that franchise for a while. So now felt like the right time to do it.
And burn my shadow away. And burn my shadow away.
In the multiplayer, it's possible to choose different characters. How many characters are there?
We're gonna ship the game with over I think 10 or 12 characters, and then we'll see downloadable content and stuff like that. How much more we want to add. What's fun about the characters is that they're not archetypes themselves. You select the visuals you want, the skills, the looks you want, and then you select the abilities you want to associate with these characters. So you basically play the way you feel good about, and with the looks you want to have. So it's kind of something that's interesting. It works well with our game and the universe.
So you're creating your own style and look for your assassin.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Assassin's Creed 3, are you going to be working on it?
All I know is that I'm never taking any vacation, so it doesn't matter. I feel good about working on the next project if it comes, whatever it takes to continue working on this franchise. As long as I like it and people with me want to work on it, why not?
Burn my shadow away.
The worlds of Subsector Aurelia still bear the scars of the Tyranid invasion. The Hive fleet was thought to be shattered, and the surviving beasts to be filled and unguided. And so they have been left to lurk in the dark corners of our worlds.
Endelig sidder vi, hvad der ikke er et fængsel her på Gamescom, men næsten uden fri natur. I hvert fald et lidt større lokale, end hvad vi ellers plejer på de her messer. Der siden af mig så Darren, som altså var med til at lave Tron.
In an imperfect world, I was created as the perfect weapon. My purpose is clear. Spread, infect, destroy everything in my path.
you've been making Tron the game, and my biggest concern is, are you milking the Tron concept? Not being rude.
No, not. It's a really good question. The answer to that question is no, we're not milking the Tron concept. We basically don't tell the same story that you're going to see in the films later on this year in Tron Legacy. We're a prequel to the movie. So our game actually sits in around the 1989-1990 timeframe, and we tell a really significant series of events that leads to a cataclysmic ending that then puts you in preparation for the Tron Legacy film.
The Tron movie, the old one, where they had to do all the coloring on the film itself. How is it preserving a kind of a movie legacy like that into a game?
To be honest, it's actually humbling. For the most part, is that the original Tron movie had such an iconic following and has so many fans around the world. It's very humbling to actually be part of that whole legacy and franchise.
In the movie and probably in the game, you can ride the awesome motorcycles on the kind of weird maps and everything. How is that in the game? Does it work good?
It actually works very, very good. You can ride your light cycle in both single player and multiplayer. So we're expecting the fans of the game and the players of the game to actually get online and use their light walls to kill each other.
A war is coming. This was not by design. But you are. Your mandate is to protect the system. You will have weapons. You will have skills.
What has been the most important thing for you, maybe in the single player or creating the multiplayer?
For us, it's actually been the story. Any really good Tron game within that franchise will have three major elements in it. One of them is light cycles, which we just talked about. The next one is the light disc, so a very seminal piece of weaponry from the Tron universe. And the third one is the story. So one of the big things that for us as Disney as an organization, we value story very near and dear to our hearts. So we wanted to make sure when we started this game that we worked really closely with the filmmakers to create not only a story that would stand on its own, but a story that if our consumers play the game and then go and see the movie, they'll go, oh my God, that was me, I did that. And conversely, if they see the film and go then play the game, there'll be moments where they're like, oh wow, hold on a minute, I'm doing that now? That's weird. So you don't need to play the game to understand the movie, and you don't need to see the movie to understand the game, but if you see them together, it's a very continuous story.
Through the years, I have watched the city of Rome. I have studied, trained, and killed within its walls. And in time, I have tamed it, shaped it. Nowhere in this city have I met a man equal to myself. A soul willing to kill in the name of destiny, capable enough to claim what is rightfully his, cunning enough to stare death in the eye, and charismatic enough to raise an unstoppable army to conquer all of Italia.
What are you going to do?
Make some friends.
If I want to live, I live. If I want to take, I take.
You are the leader of the assassins now. Unite them, Ezio Auditore, and take back Roma.
If I ever did meet such a man, if that man entered my city, I know exactly how I would welcome him.
præcis et år siden, der stod vi på det der storslåede sted med denne storslåede mand, som altså manden bag DJ Hero-spillene. Toren er på vej. Er det nu også lige så fedt? So Kevin, we talked a year ago. This is like a reunion. It's nice, right?
It is. It's great to be back and see you again.
Likewise, sir. So okay, DJ Hero 2 coming out. What is probably the biggest change you've made?
Oh, it's the addition of freestyle elements. Undoubtedly last year we made an interesting music game. This time around we've made a music game that allows you to be creative, to play around with some of the biggest and best music tracks in the world.
So, before it was very hip-hop-ish, what have you done now music-wise?
We've just worked with slightly different music producers in order to create a slightly different sound that suits a different audience. So we'd always wanted to be open in the music that we had without relying on one genre. And maybe last time we got too into our own hip-hop, which kind of led our soundtrack. This time around we've been thinking about much more electronic and working with some of the biggest producers in the world. So Deadmau5, David Guetta, Tiesto, to name but a few.
Do you think that there's anything with the controller at this point that is maybe holding it back to even bigger possibilities?
I don't think there's anything with the controller, but certainly whenever you start a franchise, it does hold you back a little bit in terms of creativity because you've created a base and you don't want to move too far from that. So we've definitely experienced that in developing DJ2. We feel that we're in a large open area without too many competitors, so that it's open in terms of what you can do creatively, and we are kind of restricted a little bit by what we've already done.
DJ Hero came to me and asked me like if you want to be part of DJ Hero. I was like, yeah, of course. I mean, it's every child's dream to be actually part of a video game or even be in it. It's a big honor.
The new game modes, we've put in a fantastic DJ battle mode, which kind of steals a little bit from the world of DMC DJ mixing. So you have one DJ on one side of a stage, another DJ on the other. They're playing little bits of music with a bit of flair and throwing it back and forth to each other, and we've recreated that into DJ battle. So turn-based gaming, very competitive.
Is it true, now this may be a fact, that you've spent an entire year on partying hard around the world to find the best mixes for this game? Of course, only partying hard, not developing anything.
Yeah, that is true. I've spent over 30 years around the world partying as hard as I can. This year in particular, I've been partying and looking for mixes for DJ Hero. Yeah.
When will people be able to play the game?
Oh, we're going to be out on October the 22nd, so look out for the full release at that stage. But, you know, we're at every single game show. We know how important it is for people to get hands-on to our game. When they touch and experience the music, generally they like what we do, so...
We saw the new controller motion-wise, we saw the Kinect, we saw Move from PlayStation. Do you see any possibilities in any of those?
We see loads of possibilities in them. You know, our only regret is that we're bringing our game out just now at the same time as they're going to be bringing their new motion controllers. So we're going to have to wait until future versions.
We all know DJ Hero is a trilogy, so a third game is a must.
We haven't announced anything yet, but put it this way, we're busy right now.